second. You guys, this is the live stream right here. This gentleman right here. Don't block him, please.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Floyd.
I'm on.
Can I get that door closed, please? Go ahead, guys.
Floyd, how much have you missed? You've been out of the ring for 2 years. How much have you missed the hoopla and everything that goes along with Floyd Mayweather fight, including being in the ring?
I mean, once you've been involved with something, you know, at such a high magnitude for so many years, it's more like repetition. It's more just like, you know, back to the drawing board. But you know, it's been great to see these young fighters. You know, it's been great, you know, to give knowledge to the young fighters, to try to help the young fighters become, you know, a household name. You know, that's really one of my ultimate goals, is to take one of, you know, the fighter that's under my banner or a young fighter and take them to that next level. So, you know, as far as with me, my thing was really just, here we go again. You know, I've been here before, so I know what it takes.
It is a unique opponent, though. What's been unique about your preparation for this fight?
Just, you know, same old Floyd. You know, come to the gym, do what I have to do my normal workout. But you know, I'm a lot older now, so I have to let the body rest a lot more.
I think the theory is that he'll be most dangerous in the opening rounds, because, and part of that being that you don't know exactly what to expect. Do you buy into that that's the most dangerous time for you, not knowing what you're going to see on the other side?
I'm going to see a warrior. I know what I'm going to see. I'm going to see a fighter. I'm going to see a warrior. You know, like I spoke on yesterday, when I done an interview yesterday, it was a great thing that Joe Cortez was able to go into his training camp so he can learn, you know, about the rules, the Queenberry rules of boxing. I think it was a great thing, you know.
What did you think? What did you make of Conor? I mean, you probably spent more time and saw more of him at the World Tour than you ever had before. What were your impressions?
He's a fighter. He's a warrior, and you know, that's really it. I couldn't really, you know, it's not for me to worry about, you know, what he do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, how he fights, I have to worry about what I have to go out there and do. But I know I'm not going to overlook him, and that's why I've been in the gym, you know, pushing myself and working extremely hard. What
if it turns out he is overmatched? Do you feel like there'll be a responsibility on you to carry him a little bit to put on a show if you are outclassing?
We'll just have to see once we get to that square circle. You know, my job is to go out there and execute the game plan. And like I said, I can't overlook any opponent. Even if it's Conor McGregor, I can't overlook anyone.
Floyd Jones said there's been you know, some acknowledgement to the fact that he may come at you, like he was saying in the early rounds, and that you may be fighting, you know, for maybe the first time in a long time, like a real toe-to-toe type war.
We'll just see. You know, I can't really say. You know what's so crazy is that we always have our teammates and everyone on his. You have people on his side communicating and saying certain things. I have people on my side communicating and saying certain things. But when it's all said and done, it comes down to the two competitors. You know, it comes down to the two fighters, the two warriors. You know, my dad can give me a brilliant game plan, but he can't fight. I mean, he can't get in there and fight for me. Same goes for Conor McGregor and his team. His team can't fight for him. So when it's all said and done, you can have the crowd going for me. The crowd can be pro McGregor, but when it comes down to the two combatants.
The effects of age, how has that affected your training?
Age, rest. I think it's more rest. You know, older, and you know, with age comes wisdom. So I think that it's very important to let the body rest. Whereas when I was a lot younger, I would train, and never let the body recoup. Whereas I'm older and I can train 2 or 3 days, let the body rest a couple days. Still doing cardio work, but still letting the body rest. So when I do come back from resting, 2 days I come back rejuvenated and with a lot more spark.
Would it ever enter your mind, I think we're playing up the one question, if you get into this and it's apparent early that he's not anywhere in your league and you could end it early, would it ever enter your mind about giving a show because this is such a huge event? Or would you say, I need to end this in case something would happen later, I need to get it over?
Well, you gotta realize that when it's something of this magnitude, you know, this is not just a fight. This is an event. You know, it's $1 billion fight. It's an event. And I think we both, you know, owe the fans as well as the public, everyone that's tuning in. I think that we both should give them excitement.
Floyd, how did you learn to become such a master self-marketer?
Just years and years of experience. Just years and years of experience learning. You know, started with Top Rank. When I was with Top Rank, just learning everything. Wanted to learn different details. You had to learn about the Nielsen rating. It's just different things about the sport of boxing, about a fighter owning his own masters. You know, just different things like that. And just I didn't want to be marketed in a certain way. And a lot of times they say, "Oh, Floyd, he's the bad guy." Well, it's not really that I'm the bad guy. If everybody's on if we playing kickball and everybody can't be on one team, somebody got to be on the other team also. So I decided to go on the other side.
Who's the bad guy this time?
It's not really. I mean, I can't really say who's the bad guy. I can say that August 26th, after the fight is over, everyone's going to be happy.
Floyd, I read an article that Zab Judah commented. He said, when you get ready to fight somebody, you read their background, you study their family and all this stuff. Why do you do that? What do you get out of that helps you in the ring? It's about doing your homework. You know, like even like with Zab, it's not really watching fight tapes. It's really just knowing the person that you're facing, that's across the ring from you. You want to know what that person likes to eat. You want to know what that person is doing when they're not in training camp. You know, if they're drinking, how much they're drinking, who they're hanging out with. Those are the things that you want to know. That's called really doing your due diligence and your homework on the opponent, not just watching film and fight tapes. I understand that, but what benefit does it give you in the ring to have that information? So if you know that I'm eating pizza, I know, I never hardly ever do, but just say
I
that,
do.
like, how does that information help you? How do you process that and turn it into something that helps you in the ring?
Even like right now, I know how much Conor McGregor is down to. His weight. He's down. He's down. I think he was a little bit heavy. I think he's at 160 now. So he's down. And I mean, I know what's going on.
Did you speak to Paulie?
I don't have to worry about speaking to Paulie. Paulie's one thing about Paulie. I commend Paulie for going to camp and trying to help Conor. Of course, trying to help him step his game up to that next level. That's what it's about. You know, giving him that extra boost. And I'm glad that Paulie went to camp to help McGregor. And I think Paulie was, for the tools that Paulie had, he wasn't a heavy puncher. But for him to become two-time world champion, he had to be a hell of a fighter.
What is the thought process behind these smaller gloves? I mean, it seems like we're going to get a knockout one way or the other. Is that why?
Like I said, I like to follow the rules, the Queensberry rules. And we all know, if anybody is knowledgeable about the sport of boxing, from 147 all the way down to 105, the lowest weight class, you fight in 8-ounce gloves. Once you fight at 154 all the way to heavyweight, you fight in 10-ounce gloves. But remember, some years back, some fighters really got hurt in the 8-ounce gloves. I'm talking about smaller fighters. So when I fought Ricky Hatton, we fought in 10-ounce gloves. So a lot of times people saying we're talking about 10-ounce gloves being pillows. The only time I fought in 10-ounce gloves when they was pillows, when I was the B side, when I faced Oscar De La Hoya, and he chose the weight class. He chose my gloves also, so I didn't have no choice but to fight in what they gave me. And to become the A side, sometimes you gotta sacrifice something to get something. So that's what I did.
Floyd, physically, you look like a 20-year-old. How do you feel?
I've been working. You know, it's just that this training camp has been a lot different. You know, I've been able to go to Miami, spend some time in Miami. I trained in LA. I want to do something a little different. And just not really pushing the body so hard. Knowing my body, I've been working with these young guys. These young guys have been pushing me in camp. And what's crazy is this. I'm not one of those guys that's going to go out there and just post my workout or show the world what I'm doing. I've been around the sport a long time. Everybody know what I can do.
Floyd, when you posted about the 8 ounces, what prompted that? Why did you do that this late in the game?
I mean, they said that I thought about something that he said. He said that he's used to fighting in 4-ounce. He used to fight in 4-ounce gloves. So, like I said in my post, I want to give you any advantage that you think. You know, for years and years, it's been excuses. Well, just with fighters, period. You know, with the Manny Pacquiao fight. Remember, this was the guy that was a rapid puncher, a combination puncher, but yet and still, I put him in a position to make him look ordinary. Even though he's extraordinary, I made him look ordinary. And I've been doing this for years to different fighters. Then you got people saying that, you know, we talk about the Canelo and Triple G. You know, I'm not here to knock anyone. You know, when I faced Canelo, he was a hell of a fighter. You know, once again, experience played a major key. Even like with this fight, you know, when we talk about certain things, when I said on paper, everything leans towards Conor McGregor, I never said that I think this fighter is going to beat me. I said on paper, everything leans towards him. You know, of course, the so-called boxing, you know, experts, they say things like, oh, when the guy is bigger, he's stronger, that means he's better. What I'm saying is this: on paper, we know he's taller. We know he has a longer reach. We know youth is on his side, okay? And I guess everybody's saying power is on his side. But I'm saying IQ is on my side, experience is on my side, and I think just fighting knowledge is on my side. So I never said that I feel that I'm going to lose. You know, I'm not going to get involved in anything if I think I'm going to take a loss. It's like me saying, yes, I'm going to invest my money, but I know I'm going to take a loss, but I'm still going to invest it. No, I'm going to tell the people what I truly believe and what it is on paper.
Floyd, how is fighting a southpaw different for you in terms of preparation? People have said that you struggle with southpaws, but you've never lost to one.
Well, last time I checked, I was undefeated against, whether you was orthodox or southpaw, I was undefeated against you. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
How is it different in preparation, though, when you're fighting someone with a different style?
I mean, a fighter is a fighter. It doesn't matter. You know, with McGregor, he looks to come out. He's going to come out, and he's going to keep switching. He's going to keep switching. I know what he's going to do. I already know. Like I said before, I already know what you're going to do. He's going to come out southpaw, then he's going to switch the other way. He's going to keep switching. But when you keep switching, all you're doing is burning energy. So let me give him some knowledge so that he can see. You know, as you keep switching, you're burning too much energy.
If you get the 8-ounce or the 10-ounce gloves, do you predict a knockout?
If he's going, I'm saying that he believes that it's not going to go past 4, and I believe that it's not going to go the distance at all. So he feels one way, I feel another way. We're both confident in our skills, and we'll just have to see.
Do you have to finish him for this to feel like a win for you? Because I've heard some people say if he goes the distance, that's a victory for him.
It is a victory for him. If he goes the distance, it's a victory for him. In my eyes also.
Floyd, at any point, has it gotten personal? On Monday, to Stephen A. Smith, you said that, you know, some of the comments that he made that you were going to do this for black people, and, you know, him wearing the jersey and things like that. Has he crossed the line at any point?
I don't know nothing about a jersey. You know, everybody's entitled to wear whatever they want to wear. I don't know anything about a jersey. Only thing I spoke on with Stephen A. Smith, I spoke on, you know, disrespect. You know, like I said before, it's certain boundaries we just don't cross. You know, it's okay if he want to say certain things, even in the press tour, when I said something, I didn't want to be, you know, I didn't want to be negative towards lesbians or gays when I said something to him. So I apologize, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, calling us monkeys, you got to realize we went through years and years of, you know, I mean, just up and down, you know, and I mean, the black Americans went through a lot. But I'm strong, I'm a strong individual. You know, we live and we learn. And hopefully, you know, after August 26th, you know, he won't be speaking that same language.
When you landed in London, I understand that you came to the same airport and you briefly were in the same area. Did you talk to him at all privately backstage when you...
It was crazy. You know, everybody was like, Mayweather and McGregor. This is staged. They're flying on the same jet. No, we're not. We wasn't flying on the same jet. For this tour, the tour was so huge. Normally on the tour, you know, in the past before I had my own jets. Gotta put an S on the back there. We chartered. He had a jet that was chartered. Had the same name from the same chartering company. I had the same jet that was chartered from the same company. It was all, you know, it's all under one umbrella. So what ended up happening was, and then I put my security on my jet, one of my jets, put them on one of the jets. So I guess every time he land, you see the same name. Then when I land, you see the same name. So like Mayweather and McGregor is on the same jet. But you gotta realize we was in 3 countries and 4 cities in probably 4 days, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure, you know, everything is right. You know, I'm still sharp.
But did you, when you met in London at all, in the hangar area, did you talk to them?
No, when I see them in New York, they show in New York, I let them know, like, straight up. I'm letting everybody know what I said. I said, what's up, little dude? And whoever know, I said, what's up, little dude? He was with all his guys. And at that particular time, I was just with all my female friends. You know how, you know how I say, having one is too close to having none. So I had about four of my girls. I think I had about four or five of my girls with me, and then my daughter was with me, and I was letting them know, you know, with or without my security or out my team, I'm still tough. You know, I ain't no bitch, I ain't no punk. I'm just letting you know that. So I still said something to him. I said, what's up, little dude? Just to see if he wanted to pop off like he was popping off when he was on stage.
What did he say?
Oh, he ain't say nothing.
Floyd, have you ever dealt with somebody with a personality like McGregor in all your boxing career? Do you remember anybody that's similar?
He just, not bad. You know, he stole my blueprint and ran with it, but it's all right. You know, it's nothing but, I like it.
Does it feel good to kind of not have to do
Blueprint. So, I've been doing the mink coats and the flashiness. You know, that was years ago. But he cool.
Does it feel good to not have to carry all that weight to promote a fight? And you got another guy on the other side that's doing a lot of this work.
I mean, we doing crazy numbers. You know, forget what y'all hearing. We doing crazy numbers, and we're not here to knock anyone else. You know, in the sport of boxing, I wish everybody nothing but the best. In MMA, I wish everybody nothing but the best. You know, I had a great career, so I can't sit right here and try to give knowledge and try to help warriors and fighters go to that next level and then sit right here and then knock them. I can't do that. You know, when I'm the face of contact sports.
And touch on that a little bit more. Floyd's responsibility is a lot more different than any other normal fighter because he's also the promoter. So he's having to kind of wear both hats and make decisions, and you know, so he just doesn't have to worry about just getting in shape. He has an incredible amount of responsibility with overseeing everything the way that he wants things ran.
Leonard weighed in earlier, but
cut the AC on this motherfucker. God damn. God damn, cut the joint on.
Floyd,
I feel like a sauna.
Leonard weighed in earlier on this, but with you being the promoter, are you disappointed at all that the fight's not a sellout yet?
Our fight is doing unbelievable numbers. When I say unbelievable, we're up high in the numbers. The pay-per-view numbers will be unbelievable, and we will have a sold-out crowd.
Yes.
I'm not worried about that at all.
And we're going to blow past our previous record, as I stated earlier.
And my previous record is
72 million.
Yes.
Floyd,
do you feel you're going to beat the Pacquiao pay-per-view numbers?
Hopefully. We're on the pace. We're on the pace.
And again, I'll touch on it again. Right now, where we're at today, in some of the categories, we've already surpassed Maypac.
Can you give us an idea of the categories?
Sure, some of the foreign numbers. Best believe we're gonna break those records. We're gonna break pay-per-view records in the UK, Australia, and a few others. For sure. This fight will be shown to 150 countries, you know, alone. And again, we've opened this thing up right now where I'm encouraging the fans to go out and buy right now so you don't have to wait. You know, that's the key. Buy right now, you don't have to wait.
Because the day of, I got to charge a little bit more.
Floyd, when you say to Conor, you know, without Dana, this fight doesn't happen. You work for Dana and things like that. Do you get the sense that bothers him, that he's not his own boss, his own promoter?
That's not really what I said. You know, I look. You know, this guy wanna, he wanna see me myself. This is genuine. This is real. This is raw. This is real. This is genuine. You know, if anybody know me, they know I'm genuine. They know I'm raw. They know I'm real. Any Lamborghini you see me in, you know I own it. Any mansion you see me in, you know it's paid for. And I wasn't, on All Access, I wasn't, I live next door to Maloof right here. He has and where we live, you got to go through 2 gates, okay? So we live in top flight, top shelf, creme de la creme. So what I'm meaning is this, no rented cars for training camp, got a drop head outside. That ain't my first one, won't be my last one. But the most important thing about my career and what I want to share, what I want to give knowledge to all these young fighters, what these young fighters and what they're doing, even like Conor McGregor, they get their money, they want to blow everything that night of. Or, we have to think about 20 years from now and 30 years from now. I'm still living the same way because I made smart investments. Then a lot of times you hear certain things, like you're going to continue to hear certain things. You cannot, since they couldn't defeat me in the ring, they try to defeat me mentally, so I can be defeated physically. But like I said before, I'm sharp. I've been through a lot. I'm not perfect. I strive to be a perfectionist, but like I said, like I always said, God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing record.
Did you follow the Paulie story at all of the past week, and if so, what do you make of it?
Like I spoke on the Paulie thing earlier. That's not my thing to get in the middle of their Conor McGregor and Paulie's back and forth bickering. Paulie's a friend of mine. I respect him as a fighter. He's one of the best commentators out there because he has knowledge of the game. A lot of times we have people that's commentating. We have commentators with fight shows but never fought a day in their life. I think it's better if you get some type of training in boxing, so you can really know about the sport of boxing. Not saying that you may not know a little bit about the sport, but that's like a trainer working in my corner, and I need my Roger in my corner, my dad in my corner. I need somebody that had experience of being in that square circle before. How you gonna be in my corner if I'm in a crunch situation? You can't help me or give me the knowledge because you've never been in a crunch situation yourself. But if you have experience with being in there, you can kind of give me information on what I have to do when I'm in a tight situation.
Floyd, you said this is your last fight. Have you taken a moment to sort of appreciate all the,
No, I'm okay. I did it for over 30, probably 30 years. Over 30 years, I'm okay.
That's good.
I did it for over 30 years, so.
StillUndefeated.com.
Calm down. Let the people do their job.
If you would have started training MMA early in your career, you would have been successful at it.
I'm glad I chose what I chose. I'm glad I chose what I chose because if I didn't choose what I chose, we wouldn't. The biggest. Well, now with this fight, the 4th biggest fight in history is in all 4 is Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about the biggest fights in history. I'm not here to knock any other fighter, because I take my hat off and I commend the legendary champions that paved the way for me to be where I'm at today.
Floyd, you were on the world tour with Conor. You were
Yes.
inches from him, and you do your due diligence on your opponents. Within being inches of him, were you able to pull something from that experience to use in the ring?
He's confident. They always confident. They all were confident, but it's a little different when you get in there with Floyd Mayweather. Because when the bell rang and you're across from me, and you look around, damn, it's really here. And me, it's just another day. That's how I approach everything. It's just another day. My mentality from the beginning, why I'm undefeated, because my mentality is the same thing always. Fuck it, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Floyd, Conor had Paulie, obviously everyone knows that, in his training camp.
Mhm.
There's talks of you having Errol Spence in yours. Is that something you can clarify? Did you bring someone in? Did you just use your camp? Who were some of your sparring partners? How do you get ready for a guy like Conor?
Errol Spence helped me get ready for the Robert Guerrero fight. And I needed a guy like Errol Spence to push me. Hell of a fighter. I needed him to push me because remember, when I fought Guerrero, I just came home from jail. So my body was totally different, you know, from doing 1,200 push-ups a day. So my upper body was a lot bigger. You know, I had to balance the weight out, you know, from top to bottom. I had to make sure my body was evenly proportioned. But Errol Spence, like I said, I told you guys about Errol Spence a long time ago. I told you guys he's a hell of a fighter, and that guy gave me some good work, and I needed that. You know, we need guys like this in the sport of boxing.
Floyd, you worked to put together the undercard as well. What can people look to expect?
I'm gonna let Leonard kind of touch on that undercard.
Again, you know, the Mayweather, our undercard is stacked with Mayweather Promotions fighters. You know, obviously with Badu Jack, Javante Davis, and Andrew Tabiti. It's gonna be a very exciting undercard. You know,
but we have a pre-card also.
Yeah, the Fox. I've talked about that earlier.
Oh.
The Fox prelims. Obviously, we have Thomas DeLorme. He's fighting Sean Porter, and then we have Juan Heraldez. He's going to be in a very exciting bout. And then we have Savannah Marshall, obviously our young protege. She's from the UK. She's going to make her pro debut. We're very excited. We have a tremendous undercard, and the fans are going to get their money's worth. Definitely going to get their money's worth.
Floyd, one of the things you told Conor on the press tour that he taps out, and it rattles him a little bit. Will you have Nate Diaz walk you out?
I don't know. I'm just focused on the fight. You know what? We can't say who's going to walk Mayweather out. But you know, I'm just really focused on the fight right now.
Floyd, once you leave the biggest pay-per-view star in boxing will be gone, is there a boxer out there that you see that in the near future might even be able to do $1 million buys?
It's hard. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want to, because I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but it's hard. The reason why it's going to be so difficult is you have to have a fighter with a certain charisma, a certain swag, a certain aura. You got to have a fighter with either they love you or they hate you, or it's a little bit of both. It takes a lot. And Ali had it. Certain fighters got it. I mean, when Mayweather is no gamble, it's for sure money. Other fighters, it's a gamble.
And let me just touch on that. Again, I mean, he don't give himself enough credit, but he's been willing to work. A lot of these fighters have these expectations where they just think shit just falls out the sky. And Floyd's the type of fighter, he didn't mind all the things that me and Kelly would do for promotion.
Like Dancing with the Stars, I didn't mind going to Dancing with the Stars. You know, I seen a bigger plan. I didn't mind going on WWE. Everything was a game plan. Even like the first time we left away from, when I went away from the sport, and I told you guys it was a retirement. It wasn't a retirement. That was a game plan that we had. You know, we left, but then we left. We had the hair. Then we come back. We bald head with the gold tee. We left. Pretty boy Floyd come back. Floyd Money Mayweather. So it's a game plan. You always got to have a game plan. You know, even like this fight. You know, I'm the brilliant one because I'm the one that made this fight happen.
And again.
Oh no, I ain't no plan. You know, to continue this. Well, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I look forward to
fighters.
I mean, I just want to take the young fighters to the next level, but just continue to do what I'm doing. You know, do what I do, because there's a lot of people that's involved in my career, even like Boza Edwards. You know, I've been knowing former world champion Cornelius Boza Edwards for 21 years. You know, I've been knowing him from the first day I walked into Top Rank Promotions. I went to and I met him. But every day, you know, we got Bob Ware, you know, AKA Do It All Bob, that's what we call him. Him and Boza, you know, they open up this gym every day for fighters and fans all around the world. They put up the boxing ring. You know, sometimes I'm not even here. You know, I only have a key to the gym, but I travel all around the world. I'll be everywhere. They make sure that the fighters are able to train and work hard so they can accomplish what they want to accomplish in life. So, you know, those people don't really get the credit that they're due. And they work every day. Even my Uncle John, my Uncle Gerald, my cousin Steven. and even my cousin DeJuan, they come here and open up this gym every day for these fighters, and also open up the gym for the fans, so the fans can come into the fight world.
Good, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.